Hello again, beautiful people. I am Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 16.
Something has happened to Martha. We need to speak to her.
And Saturday. Saturday hype.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is...
This is exactly what I want to check, so nice. To their curse breakers because they broke their own curse by removing their brands, maybe. There we go.
You might end up having to save their asses.
But did you know it's Saturday? Are you hype?
I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
It's not that I don't trust Cole to do his bit, you understand? It's that I don't trust the Empire to show any of us any mercy if we get in their way.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Yeah. I had pizza, I've got Red Bull, I've got chocolate, I've got candy. I got all the good stuff. Saturday Banzai. Oh, is that a side quest I see? That actually is the main quest anywhere about. Let's go for the side quest. Because surely there is no hurry with this main mission. Indeed, indeed.
Welcome back, Sid.
Oh, hello, Sephiroth.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from
Sephiroth
the holes
looking
in my
older today.
hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Bloody moor. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
It is really.
I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make
This whole
pitch,
hideout is
you need
relying on
pitch
one almost rotten
In
robot.
case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And
I
it
didn't
just
know
so
pitch grows on
happens I
trees.
once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to
Is it different
trap
from tar
birds
somehow?
and beetles
I
and
thought it's the
whatnot.
same thing.
Might be
Maybe I'm
enough
learning
to
new things.
tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Like tar is made by burning. It's not collected from trees, but let me see about pitch. Maybe it's not actually the same thing. Oh, okay, looks like it can be a number of different substances, so okay, maybe they have some tree that gives something they can use as a pitch.
Never been to Curltail Falls myself. Never seen a curl for that matter. Not that I want to. I heard they'll tear a man from cock to crown soon as look at him. Good thing, all we need is some wax from a thorny pitcher. How hard can that be?
Pretty hard if its boat sinks on us on the way. Instead of using the boat, we can just run off the end of the harbor to get to the wider world. This good stuff. This chocolate, I mean. Oh, they're here again.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
It is like the worst triangle attack ever. I mean, circle attack. It doesn't really seem to be doing much damage either. It's like by really best kind of that, except that when you accidentally trigger it, when you are switching between informs, then it just sucks.
I can't imagine Obelus needing any more than this. Time to head home.
I can imagine him needing a lot actually, but sure. Maybe it just needs one tiny vial, because that's how waterproofing boats works. Yes. Don't you waterproof your boats.
Finish with that long.
Welcome back, Sid.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day. Yeah, Sid. How is it I never see you on the ferry?
That's so weird. It's because we just turn off the end of the pier and jump to the mainland. And has several of the same interesting. Let's go put Martha to the rest.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
Fucking Imperials.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. They've killed my bearer. I demand recompense.
Oi, look sharp!
Hey? What?
Good to see you, Sid. The soldiers who did this are long gone, I'm afraid. We're doing what we can to treat the wounded.
Are any of you hurt?
No, they didn't come this way. Thank the Founder.
What was all the screaming and shouting, Mummy?
I told you to stay inside.
Alright. I think I have the lay of the land.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
I'm sorry. I think I twisted something.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jin and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the
A culling always sounds good. A word that never has any negative connotations.
This culling business. You don't think the Empire means to rid the land of bearers, do you?
Lads from the garrison all poured in, sword swinging, and took Martha away with them.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But to Culling, bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
If the crystals are getting rarer and rarer, wouldn't that mean that the bearers are getting more and more valuable? The last thing that makes sense is that they would want to get rid of the bearers. But fascists aren't supposed to be smart, I guess. Or, like, logical.
And they call themselves our country.
If those horses touch an hair on Martha's head, I'll kill them all myself.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Oh, hello.
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha,
Seems unlikely.
do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There's only a...
There's no comment on the Black Shields. I've been let down.
In one order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
No, I think it sounds pretty much in line with the usual Empire policies. They certainly haven't placed any value on the lives of the bearers so far.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Maybe not.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
What's that supposed to mean?
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Yeah, it didn't take very long.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Breath of the wind.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive. The abbot.
Rest in peace.
The bearers died protecting it. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid.
Oh yeah, I'll relay this message exactly.
This wasn't her fault.
Beg Sid's aid. Do it.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive?
Well, maybe not.
He's gone.
Taking that back.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
It's funny that every single country in this game is like just as terrible in slightly different ways. There isn't like one country that has slightly better policies that you might want to root for in the grand scheme of things or anything. It's just like which one is gonna fuck people over this time.
The Imperials of old would never have stooped so low as to defile a house of Greeka, nor slaughter a man of faith in cold blood. May their goddess have mercy on their souls.
The fork to the drawbridge is back the way we... It's where the abbot would have gone himself.
Is that a new monster? Kind of looks new. Okay, I guess it's story relevant. Okay, bounty, sure.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Let's try.
I'm not fitting it very well with my skills. Just some commentary on the local politics. I was basically saying that it's kind of funny that there isn't like a single country that has better politics than the others. They're all terrible in slightly different ways. So there isn't like a country that you're kind of rooting for in the world politics. It's just, it's gonna fuck you over this time. By the way, there's not much hope for this world. I don't know if you can classify it as a country. Like it was a duchy, that doesn't sound like a real country. I don't know how it works. Oh yeah. Environment people can secure the hero.
See that coming?
Yes. Rest in peace, Ariman. would be nice if there was like a small minimap and not just the map you need to separately access.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
We've been speaking with the Blood X's about how best to protect the village. We won't let this happen again.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby. They've killed my bearer. I demand recompense.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
It's not fair, Sid. That shouldn't be the only choice. The only way to be free of all this.
Arthur's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers.
But why though?
I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted
I'm sure
by the Empire.
some reason will come up,
Nothing
but
a ghost
for now I'm
story meant to
wondering
make
what
folk think
would
twice about
anyone
lending a hand to a fugitive
possibly
bearer.
benefit beyond just like it being like their fascist death squads going around targeting the public enemy.
Why do it at all? My mother
That
obviously
is
has
an
a
insane
hand in
question.
this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head's a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers. Those poor souls died to give me a chance to save others. I won't let their sacrifice be in vain.
If you don't mind, Sid. I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Arthur's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished.
What is that icon? Is that the same side quest icon or is that something different? I don't think it looks like this.
Oi! You there! You handy with that sword? Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
It sounds like a normal side quest.
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back. Looking to settle the score. Well, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And
Are you saying she's a fat chocobo?
You'll know her when you see her, right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me. Whiteheart is the pride of Rosaria. You mustn't let those bastards lay a finger on that noble bird. Find her and her flock.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
They keep talking of Ambrosia, as though I've seen the bird since the prologue. And even there, it's not like I had much to do with it.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
That's not a fat chocobo I've been lied to.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone
I guess that's gonna turn out to be Ambrosia.
To mount your head on their wall.
Our old mount.
Not around here, they weren't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you. You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived.
No one's ever really dead.
And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. You ever stop to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount? Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend
Clive
must
is
have
a guy who
learned
likes
a
to
thing
mount
or two
chocobos.
from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
Ah, that pizza was so good.
What is it, girl?
It's one thing Finland knows how to do best.
I reckon. Told you. And it seems our pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
I have to say, pizza isn't one of the things I look forward to food-wise when going to Japan. Probably. I guess the American pizzas would be a bit similar to Finnish ones, but by all accounts, Finnish pizza is probably better. But yeah, burgers, that's probably one that America might be doing best, for all I know.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least.
Because they give 0 Fs about health and stuff like that.
Go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Now that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
I'll call you on the mobile. Chocobo Racing.
Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
It's a bit slower than I thought. Maybe it just looks like it because the camera is a bit further out. I guess it's a bit faster than running. Probably. Anyway.
Where's Gav?
What? No way. I can't believe that.
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
You do you?
If Martha's gonna get back on her feet, she'll need our help. Whether she wants it or not.
You look like you could do with a drink.
That's what we like to hear. Knock 'em back, everyone. Sid's buying.
Putting the money to good use.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
She's flirting with us. That looks like even Tenke didn't cross any there.
She'll need our help. She wants it or not.
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
They'll be fine.
Well, we spent a lot more on Tenke there.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
Chocobo nest.
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed.
Let's go for Fang,
and
for
Drake's
personal
Tail
reasons.
here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
Also, he's an idiot, so...
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High House,
Just
the trademark. With holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for? Eh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
What can I get you, Sid? Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Yeah.
Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they?
If it's all right to touch him.
I don't know. You go first.
Clive? What do you want? That it? Fine.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here...
Alright, miss. We have so much time. What do you mean here? Weren't we there together? What? I'm pretty sure she was there with me when I rescued Whiteheart from Brosen. Then where was she? She was with me right before it at least.
much water can a flower drink?
About as much as a bothersome boy.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better than
let's
coming
feed
from
some
you.
people.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Instead of a chaos bearer.
Always had a soft spot for that one, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day. Martel would have wanted the curse breakers to be the first to try our apples. I'm sorry to put you to the trouble, Sid. But thanks.
This ton here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it pure. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
And you say Sid built this place?
Well, one can't really build what's been lying around for several thousand years. But it was his idea we claim it for our own.
Perhaps they're old enough for the sins of Zemeckis.
Seen any good movies recently?
Dress is simply fabulous. In it, though. All the ladies in the Dominion are wearing them.
Go on. Eat up. What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
Okay. Well, hope you have been enjoying it. Yes, I have been enjoying it.
was a time I only had eyes for Otto. But then I saw the light.
I wonder
and
who's
his
next.
name is Cole. That way he looks at you like a frightened
never
fawn
is.
who's lost his mother. Oh, if only I could shoot an arrow through his heart.
Then he would die.
They say removing a brand is almost as painful as getting one.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try. I don't think so.
A great continent. Ahriman is dead. Who could have done it? That's one tiny ass font, by the way. Here, Norland. East Pool. Yep. I've got my laser rights, so I can barely read this.
So Martha's all right. Yep. That's what I say.
Here for another of my lectures?
Lecture, yes, it did.
What is it that you wish to learn? Of course. Here's the latest information I have. Thus ends today's lesson. And how may I assist you today? Here you are. Thus ends today's lesson.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Of course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember
Well, I'm
when she
taking
ran
your
back
place.
into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid. Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts. But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
I'll have to pay the boys down in the backyard a visit.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
Feeling somewhat
last of the
sleepy
apples.
even despite
Should
the
head to
Red
the
Bull.
backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Can't remember the last time I had fresh fruit.
I was considering watching some
I'm
movie
looking
tonight,
forward to
that's why I was
this.
asking if you have seen anything nice recently.
Can't remember the last time I had fresh fruit. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe. Not that I'm...
All right,
Not sure if I
Clive.
have anything downloaded
Keeping
at the moment.
busy, are you? Me too.
I have checked
Seems like every report our
last few
allies send us brings
leather media ones,
100
maybe they
new
had some
headaches for me
good
to deal
recommendations.
with. I've been doing my best to keep on top of it all, sending anything urgent straight to the curse breakers,
Yep.
just like Otto told me. The rest, I
I
add
did
to
get
the
the opportunity
list.
earlier than today, but
Strangers begging our aid, or friends acting funny. There is no end of problems that need solving. And anyone with the time and inclination to solve them will earn a nice bit of goodwill for the cause. And maybe more besides. So, how busy did you say you were? Anything catch your eye?
nope, I think that's
Think
my
you can help? Fancy a look at the list, do you? Oh, same old. So, oh. And Sid. But he's still with us too. Might be a stranger, eh?
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean
Someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Why not just tell me if you have any?
Business is busy. Still. Words are immortal. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. All yours. All done?
A whole one meteorite,
Doesn't
that's
sound
amazing.
like anywhere is safe.
Is that what you want me to check?
Planning a journey?
Without a ship to carry you there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
Others weren't so lucky though.
Damn. I need a bit of fast travel within this headquarters. It's kinda big and there's no fast way from like here to there. Oh yeah. All for that one meteorite that I can pick up all over the place.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
Eccentric, you say?
I hear there's
Does that mean he's a dirty old pervert?
How much water can a flower drink? It's not
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Riberu. Oh yeah, let's put some fruits as a decoration in our chambers. That's a great idea.
Just look at her. Isn't Martell in fine fettle?
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
No, I can't go to any of the destination, but what about the side quests? No. My hunts.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Character arc. Where he'll finally have more than 2 lines of dialogue.
Together then.
Maybe.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Why can't you pet her? Be right back, Toire. I have returned. Sorry about that. Looks like there's an AUS2 tournament in an hour, so I'll have to take a break then. Because of course I'm participating. Had to check it's actually in an hour and not in like 2 minutes because the check-ins were already open. Nah, I play Hotsukuri nowadays. My car is too hot for public consumption. That's pretty nice damage. I guess this is a new area, so I need to actually explore it.
Come on. Run like the wind.
I guess this makes exploring new areas a bit faster.
This won't be easy.
Really? Why do you force my hand like this? Like it automatically scatters or helps the death damage. That's interesting. What? Did he just follow something? What? 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 What was that? Okay. That was interesting. Anyway, yeah, but like, I was fighting it in the same spot and that just happened when it was like 1% from dying. I wasn't taking it anywhere further away. So what's pacing? Well, so far the game was the best in like the intro, basically up until the Siege Hideaway. Then pacing got worse with all the side stuff. It would be better without any of the unnecessary RPG, side quest, leveling, crafting. They're pretty irrelevant anyway. But the main story is good, so it's fine. Just a case of less will be better, more. Really? It got lit again. And it was spawned here, like this is the place where it started. This place is just bugged. I'm not gonna fight it anymore, like come on. But it's kinda hard to run away like you can dash while you're in combat. It's actually very hard to get out of combat. Actually surprisingly hard if you think about it. Usually these games have like some clear escape battle mechanism.
Company.
And also you shouldn't be getting dismounted that easily. It's already like in Endoxide you use the chocobos. The main thing they should give you is like more freedom from battles.
We're not alone.
See what you're saying. I mean, I'm in the camp that I want to play an RPG and not an action game. But this is an action game and not an RPG, so the RPG elements are kind of unnecessary. You can't turn an action game into an RPG by just giving it some superficial crafting stuff.
fight.
Time to fight, sure. Okay, nothing here. Guess that's one of the zone then. Fight all night. Fight what? Oh.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! They're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
So I guess just a local religious fanatic organization in the military. The local neo-Nazis, so to speak.
Village this small. There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Welcome, stranger. I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Oh, I guess I might as well buy some
Welcome,
potions.
stranger. Much obliged.
They're not too expensive.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
Two more left to join the garrison this very morn.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
All the local young are joining the youth party.
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Several of the villagers, 2 in fact. It's more than one.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble.
There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
What city is that in the distance? Yeah, it could be. You might be onto something.
What do those knights want, Father?
I told you to stay in the house. Go on. You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, it's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that's also a strong possibility.
Ready, go?
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
I guess I should take care of
Ever
these.
since the Apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
Good idea. You're not going to like it.
But at least we won.
What is this then? Okay. Is this a dungeon?
More of my mother's men.
Well. I didn't expect my thunder skills to still be on cooldown. No shortcut.
Come on. Faster!
No need to ride from here.
No, we don't. We can just ride through.
That's a fair old scar you got there, by the way. How'd you get it?
Look around you. We cannot afford to lose any more than we already have. Please, leave us be.
Good girl.
Didn't realize I can fight on a horseback. What's happening in this area? Like, this isn't normal, all the enemies keep getting loose. So it was a chest. Interesting.
Come on. Time to fight. Straight home now. You're finished. Fly, Ambrosia.
Are you absolutely sure? It kind of smells like a dungeon.
Enough of you, are there? Thanks, girl.
Yeah. I'm not very sure what this one does exactly. I guess I should switch that out with this kind of weird and that keeps confusing my targeting. see some bloodstains.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
A beast is coming.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield to Rosario. Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
No, that's not very far. I'm not sure we really need the message for that.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
Yeah. She was great from the beginning.
Madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Oh, it's where I already had. That's cool, I guess. Everyone is kind of dead though. Yes. Going up the Goburin. At least they left us some loot. Oh, I remember being on the other side of this drawbridge. It's all about family. Family must stick together. It's the only thing that keeps us going. Yes, that was the town. Yes. Blood is thicker than water or something.
Good girl. We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Faster!
Back to the stables, girl.
I'm sure they won't miss those.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
tell us there's a curfew, then refuse us passage back to our homes.
We won't survive another night.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed. Begone!
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
A wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Did the Chekhovy just come from the sea?
Run like the wind.
I mean, of course, it just spawned from somewhere outside of the camera, but usually they try to, like, take the angle so that doesn't come from some weird place. Oh yeah, I guess so.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in. We should start with the guys and see where that gets us.
Every chest is important. Do you really need to dismount for chests? I was wondering about that, but I thought they must have like an animation where you can just kick it over with the chocobo. That's so lame.
Safe.
Have mercy.
Won't anybody think of the children?
Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
We'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
More than enough for everyone.
Fuck off. Chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards.
Yes.
Or at least bribe them.
Almost a
I
riot.
suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Safe? What is that?
As long as it is abandoned.
It burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Our last crystal just shattered. What are we gonna do now? Drink rainwater from puddles? Eat our rabbit raw?
We numbered 6 when we left our village. 2 died on the road. Another passed just last night. I worry I might be next.
Half the guards at that gate are Rosarian. They've sold their souls for the promise of a warm bed. Not that I can blame them. The Empire's left us nothing. Open the damn gates!
Why won't you
Not a step closer! Where are our crystals?
Okay, I guess I'll get to the next checkpoint and then I'll call it there because it's almost time for the tournament. I may be back later tonight, but not sure. Thank you, I'm sure I'll be in.
This is nothing
for the
like
first
I
time
remember
ever.
it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Okay. Saving. And that will be it for now. I shall be back one day. Goodbye.